Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and as promised, I would be dropping gems this month, even though I have decided to take a hiatus, a brief hiatus, not a long-term one, here on my channel. I still wanted to drop a video today. This is kind of going to be for the week, and then I may drop a couple of gems and start doing again readings on historical and celebrity on my channel. But this is going to be your kind of like your forecast for this week that we are entering, but also for the month. It's kind of like an energy forecast. If you want to get the weekly horoscopes, they are available only on my Patreon. So again, don't forget to go to www.patreon.com/psychic medium ray for all the tea and unfiltered stuff that I cannot share here on my YouTube channel. But I want to thank you so much again for those of you that are my rays of light and that are here present and still supporting. So thank you again. And I know that I'm going to get a lot of comments about the election and whatnot in the comments. I'm not going to restrict the comments here. And that's okay if they want to have a field day, you know, attacking me. But the fact of the matter is the election is not official. So, you know, for people to say that, like myself and other psychics, you know, that we got it wrong, if we did, we did, you know, that we can't control that. But the fact of the matter is, it's not official yet. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. But anyways, we're going to get into and I actually realized that I've never used these cards that I'm going to be giving you kind of like the tea. So these are the Dream Oracle cards. They're for the Awakening Dreamer from Kelly Sullivan Walden. I have never used these. Look, they're still in tape. So now I'm going to have to kind of open this up some way. But I did want to take some time before I get into that and actually tell you exactly what is going on astrologically speaking. I'm not an astrologer, but I do know a little bit about the things in astrology, right? So as we get into the month of November, which we're already in, on the 3rd, the day of Election Day, Mercury retrograde went direct. Okay, so we ended that. But the thing is that what people don't realize is that there is a shadow side to Mercury retrograde, meaning like 2 weeks after, about 2 to 3 weeks still after Mercury retrograde goes direct, meaning that we're no longer in retrograde. We still tend to see, we still tend to see like the effects of that retrograde, which is like problems with communication, problems with, you know, the electronics and things like that, of that nature. There's a lot of miscommunication and things that still exist, okay? I want to say that we do have a full moon in Taurus we had that full moon in Taurus on October 31st as well, and then we have a new moon coming up in Scorpio on November 14th. Now we are in Scorpio energy right now in that sun sign. So Scorpio deals with like the intensity, the sexual aspect of a person, right? The mysterious side, secrets, the psychic intuition as well, because Scorpios are very, very intuitive. So that's the other aspect of this whole new moon that we are going to be witnessing Saturday. I believe it's Saturday because the 13th is Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's Friday, but I'm not sure. It's November 14th. And then we have a full moon in Gemini. Hey, Gemini. In Gemini on November 30th, right? And there is a prenumbral eclipse. So there's also an eclipse going on to top it off. But when we start talking about Gemini, that's the intellectual, the thoughts, the minds. And so it's going to be in a full moon. Now, the thing with the full moon energy is that a lot of crazy comes out around November 30th. So I think a lot of astrologers, you know, I'm not an astrologer again, but if you follow some astrologers, I think that the craziness in 2020 is far from over. We still have a lot of things that are going to be surfacing, a lot of high emotions, a lot of unexpected events that are going to happen in the year 2020. Again, keep in mind, it is not over. We still have about 2 more weeks of it. So yeah, it's not over, folks, okay? But I wanted to talk about that for you guys, okay? Then we have Mercury entering Scorpio. Again, Mercury is communication, it is thoughts. So now we have, you know, we have the full moon on the 30th, but on the 10th we have this like I said, the Mercury entering Scorpio. So Mercury controls communication, intellectual thoughts and stuff like that, and Scorpio kind of is very fierce and intense. So a lot of a lot of people are going to be finding that you may be a little bit more communicative and opening and expressing yourself in bold ways, because Scorpio is a very bold energy. And so when we are talking about Mercury being in the sign of Scorpio, again, we're talking about a lot of our communication being more intense. Expect debates, expect things in social media to escalate. It's going to be kind of crazy before it starts to calm down. Then we have Mars stations direct on the 13th, which is good because a lot of people have been struggling sexually or with making decisions about people they have feelings for. All of this started back in, I believe in October, I believe, or the end of September, but whatever. It is ending on November 13th, which is going to be a change. So like if you have someone that you're texting and they're kind of like like a cat and mouse game, or they're playing hot and cold and you're not sure, like they're not sure of how to express, or they're holding on to some fears, I feel like after the 13th of November, we're going to start seeing a lot of them kind of like being more direct and going after what they want. It's like a release and an empowerment for a lot of people to start going forward and stop living in this kind of entrapment mentality that we're living in right now. A lot of people are holding on to some toxic emotions, you know, and so even though it may feel good, you know, everything else that's happening in the world, a lot of static is happening, but throughout that, don't be fooled. There is still intensity and things that people are dealing with. So a lot of the divine masculine, specifically through the month of November, is going to have ups and downs. So if you are in a relationship with someone, this doesn't have to necessarily be a marriage, but if you are in a relationship with someone, expect intensity to occur in that sector of your life. It's going to be very intense. I also feel like it can kind of help you in your career aspect, in the career areas, if you use that fiery passion of Scorpio combined with Mercury. It can create brilliant ideas, because Mercury again is also kind of like the creative side of ourselves, communicative and creative or artistic type of side. So again, it's going to be intense. And then we have on the 21st, the Sun enters Sagittarius. So again, we're dealing with that, and then on the 21st, Venus, the planet of love, right, and relationships, enters Scorpio. So a lot of passion can happen by the end of the month. That's why I say the divine masculine, the divine feminine, they can come together. It doesn't mean that this is between a man or a woman. It could be between two men. It could be between two women. It could be, you know, whatever the situation is. There's going to be a lot of deep emotions, a lot of arousals and stuff like that I don't even want to go into. But again, we're all adults here on the channel, that people are going to be feeling a lot more passion sparked, or they come to this epiphany that they don't want to be alone anymore. And so they kind of go after what they want, or go after their, you know, their own personal goals. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be anything in their life. But again, that's what we're seeing through the month of November. And then finally we have Neptune stations direct. It goes back direct on the 28th. So it's like a full month of a roller coaster. The monthly themes this month, again, are reflections, reflecting over everything that's happened over 2020, how this year has been, how has it played out, what was your role in 2020, what have you done as we're approaching the end of the year, what have you accomplished, did you let the, you know, the COVID, the pandemic, the you know, the election process, whatever, did you let that kind of rule you in a certain way? Did you experience any kind of soul growth through all of this? Because I know I have, and I know that, you know, there's a lot of things that if I could go back, I would, but I don't have any regrets, and I don't think anybody else should have any regrets with our life decisions, because again, everything is happening for a reason, and that's, you know, it just promotes soul growth. No one is perfect. But you know, this is also a month, like I said, of the transformation. A lot of people are undergoing deep transformations, letting go of fear and letting go of pain that they've been holding on to for quite some time. Also of power. Again, the Scorpio energy this month, it brings a lot of power until it gets into the sign of Sagittarius, until we're in the sun sign of Sagittarius. The month of November is going to bring a lot of intensity, but a lot of beauty can grow from this, because Scorpios are fearless in many ways and they're very outspoken. And again, it's kind of like dealing with the mysterious side of yourself. I think this month, even if you're not a Scorpio, you can experience a lot of like the secretive side of yourself, not wanting to open up, not feeling in the mood to celebrate or to even entertain any drama anymore in your life, right? So, yeah. So now I'm going to get into the messages for this week. What are the messages this week for you guys? So let me just shuffle the cards that I'm using. These are oracle cards again. I hope everybody is doing well out there. And I hope that you take some time for yourself. We all need to have like some time to recharge our batteries, to feel, some kind of balance. Seek balance is primarily what I'm getting at. And again, even though I take some time, and I'm not going to be pumping out so many videos here on YouTube just for the month of November, it will be pumping out on Patreon. So that's what I say. If you are not on Patreon, go ahead and join Patreon so you can get access to that content, because I will be active there. Okay, I got a couple of cards here with the first card. So let me pull out another. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Black Friday is right around the corner. So many exciting things are coming. So we got to look at the positive of everything. And again, I posted a message on my on all my social media about love, the power of love, the power of healing. Like I said, the world needs to heal at this time, and the only way we can heal is through the power of love. Okay, so the first message for this week for you guys, the first card that I drew here is Chase. Face and embrace the person in the mirror. Okay, that is like a very powerful card. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera so you can see it. Chase. A lot of us are chasing things that we don't even know that we even want. It's like sometimes some of us are chasing things that are leaving us with voids in our life, or leaving us feeling empty at the end of the day. This is a time to face and embrace the person in the mirror, confronting your shadow side. That is the whole part. And I think Scorpio, these signs being in Scorpio, or these planets being in Scorpio, are going to be very integral and play a very integral role into getting us, like, they're like it's the catalyst to push us forward and make us work through our shadow side. That's why a lot of people as the collective is feeling very heavy energy, because right now a lot of people are hurting, a lot of people are upset. Excuse me. A lot of that is going on. So again, that's why they're feeling this kind of way. And then we have here award. Accept your well-earned praise. So this is a week in itself where a lot of you could be feeling kind of like you're getting some kind of recognition. People's spirits are lifted in so many ways by so many things that are happening. But it also feels kind of like people are going to start, if you've been feeling stagnation or feeling like invisible in the world, I think the veil being so thin from the other side, and then we're also dealing with all of the Scorpio energy, and again, Mars being direct again, it is going to bring a lot of this kind of like where you were in your comfort zones. You're going to be pushed out of that. Okay, some of you are going to be pushed out of it, and it's going to feel a little uncomfortable, and you're going to be left asking yourself, am I doing the right thing this week in particular? Am I, like, what have I, all the work that I put into on whatever you are passionate about, you're going to be asking yourself, like, what is this all boiling down to? Like, has it helped me in any way? Am I going to get any kind of recognition? And the answer is you are. Then we have flood. Express the ocean of your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel all that you need to feel. Okay, that's the main message from Spirit. It's okay to feel every emotion. You need to let it out. A lot of us suppress those emotions. We don't want to let it go. We hold on to it. It causes us severe anxiety. It causes us to be emotional and kind of up in a shell. And we don't want to open ourselves up to the people, right? But you have to be brave. You have to not care about what other people's opinions are of you. You have to keep on going, because that shows your strength. And I think that also shows other people that you deserve the respect, right? Because you're fearless and you don't give a damn about what other people think about you. And that is the thing that I try to teach a lot in everything that I do. Is like, who cares what other people think about you? It only matters what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself, because people are going to always have an opinion about you. So that is kind of like the message here, is to go through the gigs, go through the emotions, release it. If you're emotional this month or this week in particular, because these messages are for this week, let it go. Don't hold on to it. It doesn't do you any good holding on to it. Look, teeth, take a big bite out of life. Again, taking a risk, taking a chance. This is your time to take a risk, to take a chance. It's no time like the present. So whatever you're fearful, whatever it's, you are going to need to confront that. And a lot of times the universe is going to push you to confront it. You're not going to have any other choice but to confront it. Remember, our ego sometimes is unhealthy. Everybody has ego. I have ego. Sometimes I have an unhealthy ego. A lot of people have ego. But we can always bring it back and remember our roots and who we were and who we are as a person, right? Cat, take care of yourself. Trust that if you do, you'll always land on your feet. So beautiful. I love cats. See that message here? Very, very powerful message. Very powerful message about, caring for yourself, self-love. What have you done this month? Or what are you doing this week to take care of yourself? A lot of you are getting caught up by social media. It's draining you. It's physically making you sick. So many of you are just doing so many things that is not healthy for you. So as a collective, my message here and the last message from this reading is the key. Seek no further. Your aha moment is at hand. Okay? So this is like a pivotal time of light. We have solar flares as well. I didn't mention that in the beginning of this reading, but there are solar flares that are going on with the sun. It's a big energy downloads that we're going through, and there is a spiritual warfare going on, and I've said that before. So I feel like right now, if you've been searching for something, you're going to have that epiphany this week. It's very possible. And also through the month of November, it is going to be uncovering a lot, because remember, what the heart cannot see, what the mind cannot see, our intuition can see sometimes, and it can feel. And I guess, I don't know if I said soul, but if I did, I feel like the soul knows everything again. So let me rephrase that. Whatever the heart can't see, the mind can't see, or what you can't see through your physical eyes, your spirit guides and your soul knows, okay? And your consciousness knows as well, and will feel it. And you will receive those energetic downloads and whatnot. So it's very important this week to stay in the light, and through the whole month of November, to stay in the light no matter what happens. No matter what goes on this week, next week, and the weeks that follow. Stand in your power, stand in your light, stand in your truth, and be yourself. You cannot be anything else. Don't worry about what other people want you to be. You continue to be yourself. That is the main powerful message for this reading. This is kind of like the energetic report, like I said, for the month of November, but also kind of like for this week as well. So a lot of different things happening. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not yet subscribed by clicking the red subscribe button below, and also the notification bell icon. Turn it to all. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time. Bye.